Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm Gaming here. Back to the video. Today's episode, we're going to go over how to farm for the core items for a Hydra build in Diablo 4. Now, this should be prevalent up to Season 10. If it's not, if they make some changes, we'll come out with a new guide. This is currently how you do it in Season 9. Typically, they don't change this stuff too much. But thankfully for this specific build, it's pretty easy to get off the ground to get these core aspects or the core items that you need to get the Hydra build going. So you need two specific items. The first one you need here is the Ophidian Iris. This is going to make Hydra a core skill for us, and it's also going to summon three-headed Hydras that explode. And then we also need the Serpentine Aspect. So it's going to increase damage we deal based on our mana. So you're going to be casting your Hydra at maximum mana due to this. So first thing we got to figure out, right, is how do we get this Ophidian Iris? So this is going to drop from the Duriel Lair boss chest at T1 or higher, Torment 1 or higher. So this is the boss that you want to target. Now, you're going to have to get some specific mats to open this chest, and you're going to have to get 3 shards of agony. So you actually have to kill Varshan and Grigore to get those 3 shards of agony. Now, if you're not sure how to filter to find these specific bosses, all you got to do is go to your map, press F on your keyboard, only filter by dungeons, and then you can kind of scroll out here. And you see everything with this little red icon on it is going to be the bosses, the Lair bosses in this game. So this is Belial, right? Here's Andriel, Uravar, Duriel. So Duriel is the one who's going to drop this specific piece, right? But you can see it requires 3 shards of agony. So how do you get those shards of agony? Let's go all the way over here to the right. Go next to this waypoint. That's going to be through Varshan. So you want to target farm Varshan. Now, to actually summon Varshan, you have to get something called Malignant Hearts. And you get Malignant Hearts just pretty much by playing the game. Really, the best way to get them, there's not a Helltide up at the moment. But do a Helltide, whenever that spawns. And then also the Whisper Cache through your Grim Favors down here through Whispers of the Dead. Those will drop Malignant Hearts as well. And that's typically the start of this sort of Lair boss system. You kind of start with the Malignant Hearts. Then you can go and do something like Varshan. It's also a similar story from Grigore. So we talked about Grigore earlier. You can also farm this to get those shards of agony. This is also going to come from Helltides. So really the whole Lair boss key system starts from Helltides and just kind of works its way down from Helltides and from caches. Right, and then you'll go out, you'll kill a specific Lair boss who will drop mats for other Lair bosses. And just that funnel kind of continues. So going back to our list here, right? How to get Duriel T1 or higher. We need 3 shards of agony from Varshan or Grigore, and then we need the living. I think it's 12 living steel or 12 malignant hearts from Helltides or Whisper Cache. So we'll put a different list here, just a 1, 2, 3. Start here from Helltides. Move on to Varshan Grigore. There's a Helltide that spawned right there. And then a Duriel Lair boss chest T1 or higher. Right, that's how you're going to loot it. Now, you can also get this from a couple other bosses, like Andriel is one of them. He's a little bit more difficult, though. So I just highly recommend to just focus on this gameplay loop here. Doing Duriel, pretty easy boss fight. Just kind of go from there. There's a lot of different bosses in this game that share the same loot table. Up next, we have Serpentine's Aspect. So this is going to increase the damage we deal based on our mana. And you're actually going to get this by gambling obols on your offhand. So there's a gambling tool that you can take a look at. I'll leave this information in the description of the video. But the most efficient way to get this aspect is to go to the Purveyor of Curiosities here and gamble with your obols on focus until you get that specific aspect. All right, guys, that's all you need to get the Hydra Sorcerer off the ground. Obviously, there's way more information in terms of making this more efficient, do more damage, but that's kind of the base, how you get the base core items. Thank you guys for watching. See you in the next one.